Well, good evening, everybody out there in Chester County and on my Facebook page, coming to you live on City Town Talk as none other than me, Brother Farms. And I'm telling you, I think we have a great show this evening. I'm telling you, we in our midst, we have a gentleman named Mr. Kenneth Bonds, who is not only a hero, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about that in the near future, but he's also the president of the NAACP. So I am just so excited to have him here with us this evening. Now, now, y'all know what to do, right? I need y'all to just tune in, and I need y'all to hit that share button because we want this thing to go viral. We're not trying to keep no secrets. We're not trying to be selfish. We want to share all this information and inspiration. So y'all just stay tuned to what's going on. But first, I want to introduce two of my co-sponsors this evening. Hey, look, check in. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions. Feel free to ask questions. Gail Walls and Bali Gibbs. It is good to see you this evening. We got none other, my main man, Pots and Two Pans, Kenny Bonds, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Our newly elected president of the NAACP. Say that 5 times fast. All right, look, I'm gonna stop. We got him smiling. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to break the ice. I'm what they call an icebreaker. But look, ladies and gentlemen, look, before we get started, Gail, you know, and Baller, you know, please hit y'all share button and start playing. And look, don't forget that you can see all these videos and interviews on my YouTube channel, which is Fonz New Swans City Town Talk. Everything is City Town Talk. So if you just type that in, you'll get all kinds of stuff. So look. So let me get on with what we're talking about this evening. Look, I got two dynamite sponsors. Our first sponsor for this evening, well, actually not this evening, but for this whole week, is none other than Reese Turner, who is the owner of Reese's Soaps, ladies and gentlemen, down there at 139 East Chestnut Street and Suite 411 in Coastal. Look, she's open on Saturdays from 12 to 4. Y'all get down there and buy some of her soap. Look, she took a crisis. She took problems with her skin and turned it into a solution for other people that's suffering from the same thing. Now, everybody walking around with smooth skin and everything. Nobody got psoriasis. That's right. They're using Reese's soaps, and that's all good. And that's what we need to do in life. When we find a problem, come up with a solution. Stop complaining. Find a solution. She done mixed so much stuff up. She done made a solution and a remedy for a skin problem. And Reese Turner, I believe, is 12 years old. Kenny, did you know that?
I had no idea.
Man, she's 12
That's
years old.
That's amazing.
That's what I'm talking about. Nelson Ojeda just checked in. Nelson, it is good to see you, man. We get ready to say some more stuff. So look, my wife, we got the rose, we got the rose soap, and we got the oatmeal soap, and she loves it, and I love it, and it's all good. Now, my next co-sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, I just had him on my page, and if you haven't seen it, we're talking Mary Kyle and her life-sharing partner, Mary. Mary Kyle is from Royal Greaves Services, and that is located on 118 South Valley Road in Paoli. Now, the phone number, and you know I always tell y'all to keep a pencil and a paper whenever I'm coming on. The number to get in touch with them is 610-644-1810. It was originally known as Royal Greaves School for the Blind. They have group homes, but Mary and Mary are in the life sharing program. And if you haven't seen them two together, they everywhere. Bowling, strolling, ministry work, everything. They even got COVID together. They done did everything together. They love each other. I keep saying, Mary Kyle, you sure that ain't your daughter? But I think she's older than Mary Kyle. But look, I'm telling you, so life sharing, if you got some extra love in your heart and you're trying to figure out what to do with it, you may want to get in touch with that Royal Greaves and say, look, I got some extra love. You got somebody need something? And get into the life sharing program. It's not about 3 hots and a got and getting a little stipend. It's about sharing your life and treating them like they are family. Look, don't look now, but when this show is over, go to my page and see Mary Kyle and Mary. They got nerve to be dancing, doing the electric slide and all that stuff. Okay, anyway, Adrian Ernest, good to see you. Slickety Holmes, top of the evening. Boy, y'all tuned in on a good night because we got none other than the NAACP. We're going to be free now. Kathy Smith checked in. Khalees McGivney, Nicole, you know, we praying for you, Nicole. Yeah, people don't know you used to work at Footstop. All right, now look, I'm going to stop running my mouth for a second because I got to do the intro. Now, I'm going to explain something to y'all. You know, I asked him for his bio. He sent me his bio. His bio so long, there wouldn't have been no time for the questions. I mean, he's done everything, and he's doing a lot of stuff now. But I'm going to give you a little bit of what he's done. You'd be surprised who this gentleman is, man. I had no idea. Okay, Kenneth Bonds. At the age of 14, Kenny was elected to the position of State Secretary of College and Youth Chapters of the NAACP for the entire state of Pennsylvania. Not part of it, but the entire state. This was a historical selection. He was under the tutelage, not like that word, because tutelage, that was on Lean On Me with Morgan Freeman. He used to always say tutelage. He was under the tutelage of greats as like Roy Wilkins, who was the national director of NAACP, Cecil B. Moore, Esquire, and Philip Savage, Esquire. Ken participated in the famous march of Dr. Martin Luther King in Washington, D.C. in 1963, where MLK made his historical I Have a Dream speech. Kenny is a charter member of and the first treasurer of the Coatesville Youth Branch of NAACP. Ken taught a weekly Sunday school class at Zion Baptist Church, where he was baptized at an early age. Ken also marched and demonstrated with Cecil B. Moore, Roy Wilkins, and the NAACP to help integrate Girard College in Philadelphia. See, a lot of people don't know about that Girard College thing. You know, me and you same age. But anyway, all right. Now, we're going to talk about his service. Now, I couldn't print out all this stuff. I think he was some sort of secret agent over there, but I'm going to give you some of what he did now, right? Kenny, while he was in the 1st Infantry Division, which was called the Big Red One. A lot of us Vietnam veterans, we know about the Big Red One. Thank God I wasn't in it. In Vietnam, he was in combat and amassed such honors as a Combat Infantry Badge, which is in parentheses CIB, Oak Leaf Clusters, Oak Leaf now, y'all think about that, with the Bronze Star with the V on it, and the V device stands for valor. That means he wasn't sitting back chilling and not doing nothing. He displayed valor and helping the wounded soldiers and all that stuff. I read the whole thing. I just ain't got enough time. The man's got ribbons, medals, and he can't go by a metal detector. He'd be like, click. That's what he is, and that's what he's done. Okay, of course, he got the Vietnamese Gallantry Cross and the Air Medal. These are only some of the exemplary medals. He, of course, got the Vietnamese Campaign Award medals and received the Good Conduct. So, one day, Kenny's really got to put that whole thing down there because I read it. Made me know. I started having PTSD looking at what he did. I almost thought I was going to need a doctor, but that's all right. Kenny, I want to thank you for your service, man, because with what you've been through, I don't know how you're smiling right now, but it's by the grace of God, and I know that, man.
That's true.
Okay, Kenny has numerous Masonic affiliations. Look, now, wait a minute. Now, plus, now he's like Denzel Washington. Watch this part I'm getting ready to read. As a member of the Screen Actors Guild, honey, wait for this one. As an actor of the Screen Actors Guild, Kenneth has appeared in the movie Beloved, starring Oprah Winfrey and Danny Glover. Now I'm gonna need an autograph when I finish this show. Come on, man. I just thought he's a regular person, but that's okay. All right. Currently, Ken serves as vice president of the Borough of the South Coatesville Council, and as of January 2021, Ken became the newly elected president of the Coatesville branch of NAACP number 2257. Wait a minute. Khalees McGivney, it's good to see you. Alan Baxter, y'all stay on the line. If you got any questions, hey, you know, one of the biggest things y'all can do while y'all watching this dynamic show that's getting ready to unfold is hit the share button on your phone. See, because once you hit the share button, your friends that might not be my friends will know what's going on. Okay, now where's that? His legacy is to be a positive role model and influence on as many people as he can be in life. Never forget God, his wife and family, his mother, grandmother, and from whence he came. To give back to someone else, especially children, what God has given him. Man, that's some beautiful stuff. I'm gonna bring out my handkerchief because I feel like I'm getting a little tear in my eye. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to Kenny. Kenny, say hi to them viewers out there.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for letting me be here.
And we are so glad to be here. Let me see. Where's my wait, okay, now. Here goes some of my Q&A, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all got any questions and answers, we can put him on the hot seat. No, not really the hot seat. But first of all, are you originally from Coatesville, Kenny?
Born and raised.
Born and
Yes.
raised. All right. Okay. Now, all right. So you probably went to that school. Didn't they have an all-black school here or something? Always here.
You talking about James Adams?
Yes. Did you attend that
No,
school?
I grew up in South Coatesville. I was out of Houstonville Elementary School. And then they built South Brandywine in 1958. And I was on student council and helped write the Constitution for that school. And then I went to Scott. There was no intermediate school at that time. It was just elementary, junior high, and then high school.
Hey man, go ahead. All right, tell us a little bit about your family. Are you married? You got kids? Do you still like your wife? I mean, stuff like that.
Well, now I'm not getting all of that.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to get
Anyway, yeah, I'm married. I have 6 children. I have about 14 grands and about 20 some great grands.
Woo.
And some of my great grands are in college. You know some of my great grands.
Yeah. That is so.
Yeah,
That is so good, man. That is good. It is so good to meet somebody that's been here all their life, man. You know, made a life for themselves and stuff like that, and came back to get, to share the goodness, man. That is good. Okay, you've done so much in your life, man. Give us some of the highlights. I mean, you've done a lot. What are some of the things that stand out that you're most proud of or happy about or whatever?
Well, I do a lot of advocacy work and a lot of public speaking. And one of the things I tell youngsters, I said, be able to speak on going from the bare to, I can speak on going from the outhouse to the White House. And I always, most importantly, want to be a positive influence on people. Some of the things that I've done now, the first Black person that got a full ride to Seton Hall and University, I was influenced on him. And then when he graduated, he played with the New York Yankees, and the New York Yankees back then was reaching the pit that if you read them, that was reaching the pinnacle of baseball. I didn't know that he was watching me that long. I thought he was watching Reggie Jackson or something. And the 2 things he do in life were bat left-handed and cut his food. My mom had 3 boys. I'm the only left-hander. And then I just found out last year, he told me he used to walk in my shoes and then he used to put paper in them. And I know he must have been young because I was wearing a size 7 then. So anyway, it makes me feel good about that. He still holds stolen base records out there. And there's an All Wars Memorial that's down at 20th and the Ben Franklin Parkway, directly across from the Franklin Institute, that it was originally, because 34 feet and some odd cubics high. It was standing behind what is now the Please Touch Museum. It was authorized to be built in 1927 and completed in 32 or 34. While it was being erected, they were saying that the city council was saying that we would put it in a prominent place within the city. Well, they stuck it out behind what is now the Please Touch Museum. And so we formed a committee and we had a dedication in 94. And there's an American Legion post. We have to do a ceremony, wreath-laying ceremony every Memorial Day and every Veterans Day. And that's right down the street from the old Eastern State Penitentiary. And you can look down the street and see the Art Museum. And it's one of the most beautiful monuments. And one of the guys who posed for that monument had a ring on his finger. And we had his niece, who had given his ring to after he posed, to his daughter. And we have celebrities there speaking sometime. So when you go down to Ben Franklin Parkway, look for it. It sits by itself. We had Pico give lights and benches where you can sit and just look at it. And this was when Ed Rendell was mayor. Also, I'm a charter member of that new African Historical Cultural Museum in Washington, D.C. that just opened up. And President Barack Obama gave the opening speech in 2016. Plus, there's a 35-foot carving of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King that looks like it's been carved out of ivory that they wanted ready in 2013 because that was the 50th anniversary after the March on Washington, which I have a dream. And I'm one of the foundation founders of that. And the only other thing I'll mention is that I was awarded the Family of the Year award when Dick Thornburg was the governor. And I just, if pick out a few, I guess
That's good. That's good stuff. Dick Thornburg too, man. Forgot about him. Hey, look, Levi Bo Worthington has checked in. Pastor Montez O. Jones. He said, "Hello, Vice President Bond, South Bill Borough. It's good to see you there, Pastor Jones."
and
Laura
he's the
Kenworth.
president, and Pastor Jones is the president of Borough Council
That's
Southwest
what I'm
Virginia.
saying, boy.
Good evening.
Y'all like point guards, you know what I mean? You the shooting guard, he the passing guard. I see how y'all be going. That's all right though. EJ Evelyn Johnson, who is very special to me, cuz it's good to see you. I know you're going to share. And Donna Rowland say he can remember all that. Hey Donna, I can't remember what I had for dinner last night. That's all right that you can do that. Let me see who else we got on here. Kathleen Coleman Smith, I already said hi to you, I think. Eric Williams, my cousin and pastor out there in New Jersey, has checked in. This gentleman has a whole lot of knowledge up in that head of his. Now I'm telling you, he's saying some stuff. Now we're going to get to the NAACP, but I always like my viewers to know who a person is before we talk about what they do. And we're getting ready to get into that. Now, let me ask you. I know you started NAACP at an early age, but what made you want to join NAACP, even when you were 14?
Well, back in the day, everybody respected everybody. And we just felt that this was an organization that we wanted to start. Kathleen Coleman Smith, who you just said is on there. Mm-hmm. We got together and we decided as youth to form a youth branch. And we used to meet in Dr. Butler's basement. Dr. Butler's daughter, Yvonne, and Kathleen Coleman, and all of us. And so this was in 1958. So we started it, and then we ended up getting chartered. So
that's good. That's good. Now, Christina Lee, it's good to see you. She said, "Good evening, Mr. Kenny.
Good evening.
TBC proud." What does that stand for? Tabernacle Baptist Church?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes. Okay. I'm a member.
Hey, Christina, don't be coming in here with a bunch of initials and stuff. You got to spell that stuff out. Got me guessing.
Yeah, me confused. I'm old and forgetful.
Man, it is beautiful. And you got a beautiful crowd that's coming on. Okay, now, what is the mission of Coatesville's NAACP?
Well, my mission is to be included and involved in all aspects of the community, to be involved with the police, the school district, the churches, and the politicians, and all aspects, and people in general in the community, so we can unite. I've already sent letters to the chief of police, the school superintendent, because I want them to know, city council and the city manager. I want to sit down and I want to know where they're coming from. They can know where we're coming from, and we can communicate a mission. And I want to see I don't want us to be blind, and I don't want to blind them. But when they do things, I want to know what's going on, and this would help the city all together.
I like that. Hey, I think I just seen brother Cash Rowland on here. For those of you who don't know, Cash Rowland is the creator of Big Boy's barbecue sauce, ladies and gentlemen. So Kenny, if you haven't had that, you got to try his barbecue sauce. You got Yeah, you got to leave Baby Ray's alone. Come on. He from Thorndale too, man. He makes some good sauce.
All
right. You were recently elected president. And, I got the word about the election and everything. I'll be in the background, but I'll be knowing stuff. All right. So now you got elected. How'd that make you feel, man?
Well, at my age, I want to sit back and relax a little bit now because I've done things for like 63 years. But it makes me feel good when people repose the trust in me, because people don't realize your reputation precedes you. So the people, feel apparently that I can help them make a change and bring some much needed things to the city. And I'm going to try my best to change some things and reunite some things and try to make Coatesville as similar to what it used to be, but just updated on an upgraded view.
Man, you must have been listening to the hearts and the minds of the people out there in Coatesville, evidently.
Well, you have to remember, I was born and raised here, and I have children here. I have grandchildren. I have great grands, and if I want to be right, I have to lead by a good example. So
Mm,
my thing is, if I don't be a good example to them, then what can I say to them? And I want them to remember Grandpa just saying, "Hey, well, Grandpa just didn't lecture to us," because they'll tell you, "I can," and we'll lecture and I will
mhm.
chastise them. I don't care how old they are because I want them to be right.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, Amber Little just checked in, and remember I was telling you about Reese's soap, and you don't know anything about Reese's soap, do you, Kenny?
Who?
Reese's soap. Soap. You know,
No, no.
okay. Amber Little Turner is the mother of Reese. Reese, I still want to say she's about 12 years old. She's the mother. Her and her husband and their daughter put together a business down there at the Midway Arts Building. That's one of the places I would say to go down and just look, because you have people in there that you may want to meet, and she has a business down there. Great business, great people
I
that you want to meet.
I most definitely will. And my thing is also, I would love for her to get in touch because I definitely influence. I love in talking to you people and giving them some encouragement and incentives in life because a lot of times they don't have people to speak to or seem to take interest in them and to keep them out of the street. I definitely would love that. So if they would get in touch with me, then I have no problems whatsoever. I would love it.
All right,
Maybe
now
we can get her
before
actively involved with the NAACP.
All right, now before we get to our next question, Donna Rowland is there. We're doing a team thing. Now she's home sick, but she's helping out. For those of you who want to commit to being a member, I'm telling you, she good too. Don't talk to her because she'll make you pay. She'll make you get a membership. She got me. I'm gonna tell you the truth, because I say I'll never join the NAACP again. But she changed my
Donna's extremely good.
heart.
She should get an award.
Yeah, man, she's energetic.
Seriously.
We appreciate you, Don. She said we need committed working members. Go to CoatesvilleNAACP.org to get your membership form. And I'm
Yeah, I
telling
was
you,
on.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. When she explained what's going on, and I seen what was happening, and I seen the transformation, I gave me new hope. And I said, it's worth the cost of admission to get in and be a part of something that appears to be finally decided to make a difference here in the community. And I'm just leave it there like that because I don't want to go too far into that. Anyway, Donna Rowland also said Facebook, Chester County NAACP Tabernacle Baptist Church, Coatesville. Okay, they shouting out their churches. You're the second person, Christina. It's almost like it's a gang thing going on here now. Yo, TBC in the house. Okay, I got you, Donna Rowland. Donna said just cash app her for the membership. Y'all can look at that in the feed. Make that happen. I'm gonna keep going with the show because I think we got a roll going. Now, do you have a theme or anything like that for your presidency or for your mission or anything?
Uh, all is one and one is all.
Okay. Yeah.
And another one I had was take the good from the day and make it better tomorrow.
Mm. You gotta preach. He said something right there. Okay, we can close up. We can all go home now. Alrighty, now let's see. All right. I think you may have already answered this question, but maybe you can get it. For years, there has been a disconnect.
Okay.
Maybe you want to share one more time. How will you bridge that gap? How will you bring us, unite us together? Because I remember something on the dollar bill. I think E pluribus unum, out of
E
many,
pluribus unum.
yeah, out of many one. How will you create that?
Well, my thing is this. Uh, everybody want to say I. I want it to be we.
Mm,
And I also, by being involved and connected to and making some of these organizations become a party so we can parlay together and showing that how much we are like, I like people to feel wanted, needed, and belonging to. And so therefore, I'm gonna try to bring the community together, whether it's the police, the school district, the city council, whomever, and the churches, and sit down and talk, and let's communicate and see what's going on, because there we are all needed, and we're all basically one. So this my thing, to try to get it back and try to get some entrepreneurs or people interested in bringing uh, some revenue back into the city to restore it and revitalize it.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that, man. There's hope. There's hope. I'm telling you. All right, now, what part will the NAACP/citizens have in the community? Where you try to engage, you say you will engage the community to be a part of what it is that you're trying to do.
Yes. I want people, I want us to be approachable, whoever they
Mm,
see in the NAACP.
mm,
I want them to be able to walk up and ask them questions. I want them to feel that they want to belong. And I want them to know that we are approachable, and we
mm.
will communicate with them. And if somebody don't know the answer, we will get the answer. So this is what's needed, and not be standoffish or separate from, because we need to all get together and talk more.
Sure, 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 sure. So let me ask you a question. What is the ACT-SO program? ACT-SO program.
Okay, AXO is involving the youth, and this they have different programs, and they work with the youth, and they try to get them motivated in the NAACP and the community, and just in life in general. And they also they put on programs, and they also help youth uh, go to college and things like that. So it's a youth program.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that a lot of the youth need to come and check it out, and see what it's about, because it might keep some of them from being in the street and getting involved in what's out there in the street, which is no good for them.
Good, 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 good. Hey, Latadra Mosey checked in. It is good to see you. Kathleen Coleman is giving out thanks in the community, and the rest of the stuff is about me, so we don't need to read that. It ain't even about me. It's about Kenny tonight. So, Latadra, it is good to see you. And I got a few more questions. But now, Kenny, I was a little disappointed last year, and I don't know how you felt, but there was a march in Coatesville, and it was in Black Lives Matter march. I didn't feel as I was hoping that there would be a bigger presence with the NAACP to either speak or something, and it didn't happen. I don't know why. I'm not throwing no stone. I think it was an opportunity that was missed, and I'm hoping that we are so in tune with each other, not to say this is good, this is wrong, but to always at least have a voice when we can, when it's not against any rules and regulations. You know what I mean? Because
Sure.
our young folks needed to see some of the older folks being there. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
know
all I'm saying.
exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
And
So,
I agree. I was not in a position of being able to do anything about it. However, I feel that we need to be wherever we can be, and not always wait till something go wrong.
mm,
But we need to be out there, and people need to see us and know what we're about. So
right.
why would you want to join something or get involved with something if you don't know what's going on, or you never see anybody? Or you come out, it's a negative connotation put on you because you're showing up, behind people getting killed, or uh, neighborhoods being destroyed. That's not like it was years ago. And I'm trying to get it back where the involvement and the connections and the mentality and the communication changes. And this is what a lot of it is the mentality. And so we need to develop a different mentality with a lot of things that that to get involved in the doing. I can't say that enough. I can't say communicate enough, and stop maybe emailing so much and need to sit down and talk to one another face to face, because there's so many grammatical errors in those emails. You have to sit down and figure out what they're talking about, and you have to end up talking anyway.
Yeah, spell check is the worst, ain't it?
Oh my God. And you and I had spelling bees.
Yeah, but look, let me tell you something. You guys are making a difference already. When I say one of my favorite sayings is Coatesville's rising, because I know things have fallen off, but they're coming back because the mindset is changing. The fact that you ran for president is a change in the mindset that made you say, I need to lead this thing, because you see that there's some things that need to be done. That's already a step in the right direction.
Well,
And it's bringing other people. It brought me in. It's bringing other people in. So I understand how it used to be. I understand it may not be all the way back like we wanted to be, but I see progress. Hey, Latadra, good to see Cash rolling. It's good to see. And we're going to talk about the committees and all that good stuff. Donna, thank you for keeping me. And Donna's keeping me on QT, and that's a good thing. Let me see who else I got out there. Okay. Okay. Donna's giving me all the rules and regulations. She said this organization is 111, 112 years old. There is a process that works. The oldest civil rights organization in the country. All right. That's right. This is a new day. And you are so right. Ask the missus how we doing. We doing all right?
Yeah, there were some things that were mentioned on here. We get to them now. As far as the NAACP, it was an organization started in 1909. But I'm gonna get into the committees if you don't mind. I'll read the list of committees, and we have, and these are active committees, and they are the Armed Services and Veterans Affairs, which I chair because by being a disabled vet and being a veteran, and so I do a lot of advocacy work to try to help veterans get benefits or get into the system. ACSO, which we discussed a little bit. Communications, press and publicity is another one. Community coordinations is another one. Criminal justice. Now the criminal justice, there's a former district attorney and some others that are on that. Now there's the education committee that we need someone for. We don't have anybody there, but it is a committee. Environmental and climate justice. We don't have anybody to head that one. The finance committee, the economic development, the freedom fund, the health committee, the housing, labor and industry, the legal redress, membership and life membership, political action, prison reform, religious affairs, youth council, and WIN, which stands for Women in the NAACP. Now, the active committees that are doing well, my 2 months that I've been installed, is WIN. That's the Women in NAACP. ACSO, religious affairs, they're doing a Black History thing now. They did a thing where former state Representative Denneman did a thing on our website last night from 7 p.m. to 8:30. And we're going to have different speakers on different topics. And then we'll be back on the 8th on our website. So I'm hoping that people will tune into those things. And I'm hoping, and we need people for these committees, and so we are active and we need more active people. So please consider joining.
So how would they go about trying to join a committee?
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna give you all the ways to get in touch, and I'm also going to give you the cost of the memberships. Now, you can go to our website, Chesco, NAACP, that's all together, .org, to complete the membership form. Mail it to Post Office Box 668. Now, the cost for an adult membership is $30.
Mm-hmm.
The cost for a youth membership is $10. The silver life membership is $750. We also have corporation membership for $5,000. Now, if you just want to contact the NAACP, you can contact us at email at info, I-N-F-O, the symbol at chesconaacp.org, or call 978-484-2257.
Okay, and Donna said, or Cash App her and she'll expedite your membership. What a way to go. Hey, look, let's say good evening to Kai Bolton. It's good to see you. Stephen Crutchfield, good to see you. Michael Rayner, I know your daughter's got to be getting big, Michael. Hey, we want to thank Donna for typing in her Cash App, the email, and the phone number. Donna, thanks for helping. Now, let me see. We got some more questions.
You know, they can see you.
So let me ask you a question. Let me see. What would you consider your top priorities? Do you have one that's more important that you want to get up and running as opposed to another? So what are your top priorities?
My top priority is to find out some of the things that are happening before I jump the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down and see where people are coming from,
Okay.
without assuming, and go from there.
Mm-hmm.
I know there seems to be problems with the school district, and I definitely, that's one of the things. So everything is a priority as things are needed. Now, there's something, if I can get the police department to do, they might be the first one in the whole United States to do it. And I'm not going to get into it now,
Okay.
but I'm going to, when I have the meeting with the chief, I'm going to see if he'd be willing to do it. And it would definitely cause a change throughout the entire United States with all police forces, because we would try to make this a national change within the police departments.
Mm. Okay, that sounds good. Hey, look, you know what? I want to take this time to say thank you, because little beknownst to a lot of people out there. Last year when we did that Rock the Vote event,
Right.
NAACP got up out of their pockets and they got T-shirts for all the youth volunteers that came out of high school and all that stuff, and they helped register voters and the whole 9 yards, man. It was a beautiful thing to see us working together like that. And that's what this whole thing is supposed to be about. So 2 thumbs up for NAACP on their involvement with that Rock the Vote thing was a success.
Thank you.
We have like 14 tables from the Valley all the way up to Orphan Brothers on 11th Avenue, man. Wasn't nobody playing with nobody. We was making that thing happen. Kathy Smith said, yes, you ain't kidding. Okay, wait a minute. The Crutchfields say they are interested in joining NAACP in the near future. Steve, I hope the near future is tomorrow, man. Stop playing. Talking about the near future. Hey, have you
Tell him to
broke?
send it to Tell him to send it to Cash App. Donna's
Yeah,
waiting.
send it to Cash App. You don't need the near future. If you got that money, stop trying to be funny. Oh man, that's good stuff. That's my man. I dig him.
Believe it or not, I remember him when he was a little boy.
What? He good brother too. He got a lot of fire in him too, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, Donna said, I'll get with you, Steve, and she certainly will. Boy, ride you like she had the Kentucky Derby or something. Okay. where else are we? Oh boy, it's too much. All right. What is the procedure if you want to file a claim with you guys?
Okay. To file a claim, you go to our website, chesco, NAACP.org. You click on the form and complete it.
Okay.
You either mail the completed form to our post office box, or you email it to that info at chesconaacp.org.
And you don't
The complaint don't have to be notarized, but that's the way to file your claim if you will have a claim.
Good stuff. All right, so now, where do you see, this may be early, You know, but sometimes people have vision. Where do you see the NAACP or our community like in 5 years? Have you had an opportunity to even think that far down the road?
Not really. However, I would like to see some progression starting ASAP.
Mm,
Okay. Uh, I retired 31 years ago and I moved away from looking after my dad. And I was surprised at how downtrodden the city had become because remembering, and I don't want to go back necessarily, but Coatesville was the place to go to. Plus, Coatesville is the only city in all of Chester County. And
right.
I feel that we need to glorify that. That's the reason I'm saying we need people that's going to come back in town and
Mhm.
want to come back in town with resources and revitalization of the city. I cannot understand why it takes so long. So that's an aspect I definitely hope that some people listening, if you have the money, if you have the resources, we can use you.
Well, all right. I ain't mad at you. That's all right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to think of something else. Was there anything on your side that you wanted to share that we didn't ask yet?
Yeah, I would like to anybody that want to join. I want them to join. If you have questions, please ask us because you might find that you have something that you can contribute, or you might find some things in way we can help you. And please do not get this in your head that because the C stands for colored people in the NAACP, that it's just about Black people. This organization in 1909 was founded with some Caucasians, and we're about equality and unity and fairness to all. This is not just an organization for people of color. So if you come and find out that you can participate, and you might be surprised that some of the reasons that have through the years and things that have been done, that you might become frustrated and say, wow, I should have belonged to this organization a long time ago. And you'd be surprised at the history of the people here in Coatesville. The people, I have made up a paper. It's 2.5 pages long of just people here in Coatesville that I'm going to that have done historical things that you don't hear people talking about. And don't wait till people pass away to feel that it's history. Once anybody say something, it's history. Once somebody do something, it's history. And you have a lot of people talking about history that only wait till somebody die, and they don't talk to a lot of those that were out there with the history makers. And so therefore you get information from people maybe like Al Sharpton or somebody who was 9 years old when we were out there with the March on Washington stuff. So he's only doing what his mom said, talking about what he hear, what he read, or what she telling. So
Mhm.
talk to those. There are plenty of us around now that if you stop looking at us chronologically as old, we could tell you and figure out how to blend the old with this modern new technology. And there could be changes in more uniformity. So these are things that we need to do. And as a community, communication is always a cue. Mentality is always a thing. So those are things, yes, we definitely need.
Let me ask you, how often do you guys meet and when?
We have an executive meeting on the last Friday of the month. We have our general meeting the first Monday of every month. We just met last night in our general meeting.
Mhm.
So we will be meeting again, whatever the first Monday is in April.
Good stuff. Good. Hey, Tammy, just checked it. Hey, Tammy, they got a membership card waiting for you with your name on it. All they'll need is your $30. So cash app them.
Sounds good. Sounds good, Fox.
Yeah, I'm a hustler. Hey, look, Steven said, thank you, Kenny. This is great information. Working on that horse for tomorrow, Voz. Oh boy, I'm telling you, this bunch here. Hey, look, but you know, Donna, she's really working hard with you. Okay, listen up, y'all. Donna
We
Rowland said,
need more Donnas.
yeah, oh boy, we'd all
We
be
do.
broke. The mission of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People is to ensure the political, educational, social, and economic equality of rights of all persons and to eliminate racial hatred and racial discrimination. Man, I buy that. I'd be glad when that stuff is totally gone.
Yeah,
man.
that's the national thing. I
Yeah,
tell you
man.
one thing, Fonz, if you allow me that,
Yeah.
I would love to see, and I'm going to try and anticipate on doing it some type of way. This virtual stuff might put a damper on it, but this is an election year for some people. People always make issues out of the national elections.
Mhm.
The local elections and politicians are the ones that you really need to pay attention to and get involved in,
Mhm.
because if you don't vote, you're letting people go in and that don't need to be in, and they don't make enough issue. Now, I'm one that's up for vote, but I want to be challenged, questioned, or whatever, because I feel you're part of the problem or you're part of the solution. And why gripe if you're not doing anything or just waiting until it's a presidential election? Because this is why, to some extent, we are in the place we are now, because we didn't choose to go and vote for our city council persons, our borough council persons, and this, that, and the other thing. So they get in there, and this is what a lot of them are anticipating on. Well, I'm telling you right now, we need some changes on our count, but that I'm not getting into that. But anyway, so we know you need to get out there and vote, and I would love to have the politicians. So
Man, you said a mouthful. You said a mouthful. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you. Hey, look, I got to thank Mr. Kenny for being on here because I feel smarter already. I'm almost ready to go out there and march or something. You know what I mean? It got me hyped up. No, but seriously, Stephen Horsey, who just celebrated a birthday. Steve, welcome aboard. We're talking NAACP. Hey, Steve, if you didn't get your membership for the NAACP, I think they have one on here with your name on it. They just need you to cash app that to the Cash App, and they'll have one for you and your wife. Hey, this is a new different NAACP, y'all. Whatever it used to be, it ain't that way no more. Now it's a process. It's in a stage. It's in a transformation. It's like a metamorphosis. You understand? It's like a caterpillar getting ready to turn into a butterfly. So we're gonna ride this thing. We're gonna ride this thing because Coatesville's rising now. Unless you've been sleeping under a rock, things is happening. Now we need to be on top of it because it'll happen without us if we don't stay on top of some stuff. That's why we need the NAACP watching our back on that end, and we need all the advocates out on this end, the parents, the ministers, just everybody. Stop playing. I'm telling you, I'm so excited. Donald Anderson, it is good. Hey, Donald Rowland, if you give me one more bit of information about NAACP, look, I'm looking for sponsors. I'm giving away all this stuff for free. She's hitting me up too. Okay, let's read this, Donna Rowland. The vision statement, the vision of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People is to ensure a society in which all individuals have equal rights without discrimination based on
That's the mission.
based
I
on
had
race.
the vision, but I didn't put it down.
Okay, and look, okay, so Donna, you can go to sleep now. You can take a nap. You did good. Okay, you really did good. Whew. All right, who else we got out here? Oh, she gave a mission statement, the vision statement, her phone number, cash app, email address. It's good to see you, Donald and Mr. Anderson. You know that Donna said true time to restructure. Man, you know what? This has been such a 49 minutes, man. It seems like we only been here a couple of minutes, man. I'm so glad. And you know what? You know what I'm glad about you? I didn't have to be a dentist and act like I had to pull teeth to get stuff out of you. You know what I mean? Word on the street is he can talk. He's a good talker. But I talked to you before. I was scared you were going to talk too much. But look, man, you made my job easy tonight. You made it easy. I ain't had to do nothing. Now, look, y'all. I'm going to upload this to my YouTube channel. You can type this in too if you want, Donna Rowland, since you're working. Swan's New Swan, City Town Talk. That's the address for the YouTube channel. You'll see all of my interviews. Don't just stop here, because there are some dynamic people that I've interviewed that can only help us grow as people, man. It gives us information. I mean, I've had credit counselors, politicians. I've interviewed everybody. Some people I didn't want to interview.
I'll tell Donald to send them a cash app too.
Oh Lord. Oh boy. But they hustling hard right now. All right. Hey,
We
look,
need
I
help.
almost telling me to get rid of them. Jerry Peterson, I know you were selling your blinger thing or whatever. I'm glad you checked in whenever you get a chance. Kathleen gave me a big old clap. Hey, look, everybody that's on here, wait a minute. Please, y'all, I like it when you like my videos, but could you just hit the share button? Because we really want to share this
I'm
information
gonna share.
with other people. It is so important. So hit the share button. Stop playing so much. And look, I just love me some of y'all. Because without y'all, there would be it'd be no me doing this thing. And Mr. Kenny, is there anything, any goodbyes or anything you want to sing a song or anything before we get ready to sign off? Talk to us.
Well, well, this has nothing to do with the NAACP, but I would like to thank you for, you had a picture of my aunt on last week, Emma, who was 102.
Yes,
That's
yes.
my aunt. And I found out, and I'd like to thank all of those who had to drive by Saturday at Pembroke. I found out that my aunt is the oldest living graduate of the Coatesville School District right now. And I think they're supposed to be going to do something, the school district, on her. She graduated in 1936 or 37. So I would like to thank you for giving her that exposure. And I would like to thank all who are on here listening. And trust me, we need you all. And it's let's not wait until something happened that's violent or something militant or something. Join and sit down and let's help one another. And the committees, join and help on those committees. You heard the different committees. And a lot of people have God-given talents and abilities, and put them to good use. And don't sit back and complain. Come and participate. And so we need your help.
Yeah, and for my Christian brothers who believes in loving our neighbor as we love ourselves and all these things, this is another way to do ministry work. It doesn't always have to be in the church. It could be out giving voice to the voiceless. Oh, matter of fact, that's in Proverbs. That's one of my favorite John, Proverbs 31. I think it's the only scripture I know. 31:8. That's right, I said it. Ow, oh, I just kicked myself. But what I'm saying is, that's ministry work too, man. It don't always have to be in the church. Get out in the field and help where you can help. I ain't got nothing more to say because I can run my mouth. I want to thank my two co-sponsors, Reese Soaps and Mary E. Call and Mary down there at that place who I can never remember the name. Royer Greaves, man. Think about that life sharing thing, man. They're two co-sponsors and I really appreciate them. Tomorrow night, I'm going to have Miss Mary Carter on, and we're going to do something because our nonprofit, the Movement Community Development Corporation, we have started the first-time home buyers program in conjunction with the Housing Partnership and all those other people. But now you don't have to go there to get it started. You can come right to us, and we will take you through all the programming. We will pull your credit. We will help you with your credit. So when you get to the Housing Partnership and you're ready to go into a house, your stuff is already done. You know what I mean? They may put you through something technical, but you'll already be done. So that's what we're doing. I'm signing the contract with Chester County tomorrow. So we'll have funds to pay our project manager. Thank the Lord for that. And so tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. to see how we can help you help yourself. I think that's all I got. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all kind of like know how I am this thing, man. Look, nobody told you that they love you today, man. Fonz loves y'all, man. Coatesville's rising, and y'all stick and stay and be a part of these things and these organizations that's trying to make us a better place in which to live. Mr. Bonds, once again, it was an honor. I want to thank you, man. I want you to have a great weekend, and we're going to talk in the near future, all right?
I thank you.
All right. Hey, God bless everybody.
If they need a person to come out and speak, we can do that too.
And he can speak. You can tell that he's real good. He articulate. He ain't gonna embarrass you or nothing. He ain't gonna be like, duh. No, he got whole sentences and everything. Hey, I gotta go because I gotta go. Peace out, everybody.
All right. Thank you.
All right now.